Hi guys, it's Borkson. Hello, welcome to my channel if you're new here. Welcome back if you've been here before. So today guys, first off, you hear my air conditioner in the background guys. It's really late in the morning and it's about 12. It's really hot guys. I just came from seeing my dog. I wanted to address something that is going to be predominant when I go to film the next couple of days, or I may have to take a few days off of filming. Guys, I had a really weird itch. As you guys can see, I have a scab on the lower half of my cyst. I had a really weird itch there. I don't know if I had a bite or whatnot, a mosquito bite or something. I just had a weird itch. I went like this to scratch it, and it popped my cyst, guys. It was disgusting. I had blood all over me. TMI, guys. This is real blood. I gotta be going to see. That's blood. There was blood over me. There's blood on my sheets. There's blood on my leg. I had to wipe off, guys, because I must have cut a layer. If you guys are not new to my channel, you guys go OG, because I have 2.5 men on the background in silence. Like I said, it helps me a little more with lighting my film. So anyway, guys, yeah, I did this once before. If you guys know, years back, I had a Cookie Monster on. I popped it and it ran all the way down. This time ran like kid before I realized. I was like, oh. TMI, guys, I know. I just like to explain it. Like, I have big sores on my face. One time, I seriously took a week off of filming because I had a peach pimple and it was disgusting, guys. I want to tell you guys, I've had this cyst, I would say, since I've been, to my knowledge, it wasn't always there. I believe it came when I broke my nose. And the belief was the doctor thinks that something got in my face here. I fell on Thanksgiving morning. I used to think it's when I split my chin open under here. That's it, guys. I have a scar here on my chin now. That's not from where the cyst is. The cyst, when I look back at pictures, showed up about, yeah, when I split my, and I broke my nose. Now I split my chin open. Actually, guys, when I split my chin open, I used to have a couple freckles around here too. They got sliced off. It happened again. I had a few more. They got all sliced off when I broke my nose. From the severity of my chin hitting the floor, it cut the freckles right off. I don't even know. I remember having freckles on my face, guys. I don't remember, but looking back on pictures, I don't. My chin looks perfectly flat. There's no freckles. There's none of that. And then the day or two after I broke my nose, this giant, what I assumed to be a pimple, appeared on my chin. I know my people tell me I need to pop that pimple, or people make fun of it, say to me, is that a mole, or what is that? Guys, here's the factor. Moles I know for a fact, because my father had a few, moles do not leak. Moles do not pop. I mean, yeah, if you're shaving, if someone shaves and they nick it, yeah. If you have, no, I don't even know, because mine doesn't nick on my knee. So if you have a mole, you can nick a mole, yeah, and it will bleed. But what this is, I nick it, if I scratch it, sometimes it pops. Sometimes it pops on its own while I'm asleep. It just happens, guys. And I know that can happen with moles as well. But it's not a mole. If it wasn't bleeding, it's actually still bleeding. My scab got ripped off. I think my shirt ripped it off when I was hugging my dog. So I did have a big scab on there a few hours ago. And it was starting to clot, but now it's bleeding again. So it's kind of gross. Guys, I would say I did go to the doctor. I did. The doctor did not want to remove it because it might be a bit deeper in my face, and it will probably just cause a big hole in my face. My mom had one of those. My mom had a cyst on her back, and I think this is mainly why mine was never removed. My mom had a cyst on her back that was supposed to close on its own, and it did not. And it left a hole in her skin where you guys see it was disgusting. But anyway, yeah, so that is why I never had. That's why I think my parents were not pushing to have the cyst amputated off, because it would have created a hole there, and the doctor's gonna say my face, and it's really like I'm used to it being there. Like when I do my makeup, I'm used to it being there, guys. So yeah, I got it when I fell and broke my nose on Thanksgiving morning. I fell out of bed. As nowadays, me going for a glass of water. So guys, so Storytime is, it was Thanksgiving morning before Dad even started the turkey. It feels weird to say that because the last year that we were in my family home all together, I actually cooked the turkey. It was really early in the morning. I was about 6 a.m. and I wasn't even in bed, actually. Fun fact, guys. I always say I was in bed. I wasn't. I was on the couch. I was tired that night and I fell asleep on the couch, which I even did all the way up to living at home with my father in my childhood home. If I'm too tired to go up the steps, guys, I always say, if you're too tired to go up the steps, sleep on the couch. And I always said this my whole life. I never knew why. I was always afraid of being on the stairs half asleep. Probably because our being knew what would happen, guys. So I fell asleep on the couch. I was too tired to go up the steps that morning, the night, Thanksgiving. I was 10, I believe, when I hit my nose. I was 12. I did the chin when I was 10. I was 12, guys. And I fell asleep on the couch in the living room. My mom was handicapped, so she slept. My mom was disabled, so she slept on her hospital bed. I think she was on her other couch. She wasn't in the hospital. She was in the hospital bed yet. I got thirsty. I would even say it was earlier than 6 a.m., at 4 a.m. And I went to stand up and fell out of the couch, guys, off the couch, and landed right down on my face. You guys can see, I'll take my glasses off for a minute. I broke my nose. I actually put the nose back in myself. I tried to fix it myself. The doctor really didn't do much. Flat down, I split my chin open. I split my nose up. Guys, you're not supposed to wear a cast nose. My poor father heard screaming because I woke my mother up. And my mom, like I said, she was disabled. She could not walk right. This was when I was 12. So she already had her broken hip. So when I woke her up screaming and crying, Daddy help me, on the top of my lungs, Daddy help me. And my mom was like, what is it? And she was completely asleep. That woman, and sometimes you can tap and she'd be right up. She didn't take any medicine for her broken hip. So she wakes up to me screaming bloody murder, Daddy help me. And she's like, what is it? And she looks over and I'm like sleeping, guys. I fell on back to sleep. I probably really passed out, but I was 12, who knows. My face down like this on the ground. My nose broken, my chin split open and bloody. And my mom couldn't get out of bed to get to me. So she started screaming, Pert, help her. Derek, help her. So my brother hears this hysterical. So he comes down the steps and goes, what is going? And he goes to look and goes, what's wrong with Borkson? Mom, but she fell off the couch. And all this commotion going on. My mom's screaming. My brother's like, what's going on? I'm passed out. This is part of the story I can only tell you from speculation. So my dad comes down the steps and he's like, what's going on? Oh my gosh. And she was like, you didn't hear her screaming? I woke up my whole family worked up on Thanksgiving. We went to the doctor. I don't think we went to ER. We went to the doctor. Not much was done. They didn't give me painkillers because I refused them. I refused them. I couldn't smell for like a month. It was horrible. At least I developed a big cyst on my chin. The doctor, they didn't even x-ray because a broken nose, it's cartilage, guys. It's actually not bone, so there was not much they could do for me. So I just had to just relax it out. Guys, oh my gosh. You're not supposed to put a cast in your nose, I heard from the doctor, because it actually makes it worse. Because I had casted it. And they didn't tell me not to cast it. But I went to school with a cast on my nose. I homemade out of tissue paper because guys, it was still bleeding. TMI. And you guys can see now, like, I can't stand blood. It's flowing me now. I'm like, Guys, I was talking to my dog earlier, and I kept telling King, don't touch that, because I'm trying to go near the blood is. Like, don't go near that. It's infected, honey. Don't go near that. I did the same thing with Buddy. I was like, Buddy, do not touch that. That is infected. Because my nose would sit there and it would just bleed out. So I had cast in it. So it would cover TMI, guys. It would cover how I gross how so it wouldn't come out. Anyway, guys, we were playing old good old dodgeball, which I think dodgeball is dangerous in school. Yeah, it teaches competition, yes, but it's a dangerous game. And my school used hard balls, these really hard like these like basketball looking balls. And my classes we went to play, so I came back from school. I had a cast on my nose. Teacher should have known something was wrong. Never called me out why it works and what's wrong with your nose, or Dan, check what's wrong with your nose. Like, Dan, check, get over here, what's wrong with your nose? Nothing. I just stood there and got a ball in my face and broke off my makeshift cast and blood all over me. And then they called my mother and said, yeah, Mrs. Danchak, can you come get her? Like, Brookson's got like blood all over her. And my mom was like, I know, she's got a broken nose. But when someone broke her nose in gym class, and Mom was like, she'll not even been in gym class. She has a broken nose. And they were like, wait, this didn't happen in our watch. My mom would have just told them, no, she did not go. She got a broken nose. She didn't go to school with one. I am fuming. So, guys, what happened was, the neighbor bully punched me in my broken nose. And then the creep punched me. He realigned my nose. So that's why my nose was better. And then when I went to school, the dodgeball unaligned it. And then I had to like literally realign it myself. I still to this day think, I don't know why the doctor did not automatically reset my nose. I think they did me wrong. They did not reset it. I did not find my nose. It was that snorty noises. It used to drive my mom nuts, and a few teachers who said they hate my snorty noise because my nose was broken and it wasn't properly reset. Okay, guys, I know it has a little bit like how I broke my nose story time, and then but that is how I got the cyst. I broke my nose, and it was an injury along with it. Okay, guys, if you guys like this kind of content, remember to comment, like, share, subscribe. Go and hit that bell for post notifications. I'm sorry this video is a little TMI and gross. Alright, bye.